few years ago, we started working on this services project to integrate NIPR for a few of our customers.
So over the past 3 or so years, we've, I think, built a tool that really helps solve a lot of problems, keep you organized, and saves you a bunch of time every day.
Understanding NIPR and how hard it was to go ahead and manage licenses and contracting just for one sub-industry in the whole insurance space. Hi, I'm Ram Prasad, working on as a partner for building this product called InsureTrek.
Hi, I'm Kyle Hess. I'm the head of product for InsureTrek.
So what do you think is one key differentiator of InsureTrek against different products that's already available in the product guide?
A couple of my favorite features that I think set us apart and really do save time would be both building profiles for a producer, also this feature that we call territories, which is kind of like building profiles for your company. For the producer profiles, basically the way that InsureTrek works is fill out their complete profile once, and then you never have to do it again. When every producer logs into InsureTrek or is the administrator working with your team, you can go in and fill out background questions in exactly the format that all the states will expect. You can fill out things like your employment history. You can make sure that all of your contact information is right. And we've built stuff to make that go really fast and make it to where then you can go apply for any license, renew any license across the country. One thing that we find working with users is that the most efficient back offices are people that get really organized around this up front, and then it gives the ops manager the ability to go get licenses in order, and you're not having to bug your producer all the time when they want to get a new license or when their renewal comes up every couple of years. I think the other really cool feature that we've built in is this concept of territories. And so the way that territories work, you go and basically pre-configure what sorts of licenses you want someone in your company to have, and then you can apply that territory to a bunch of different producers. So for example, if you're hiring, let's say a hiring class of 5 people, instead of having to go in and figure out, okay, what licenses do they have? What licenses do I want them to have? Are they doing health? Are they selling life? Whatever it may be. You build these things into a territory, assign that territory to your producers, and now all of a sudden InsureTrek is just going to make sure that their configuration of their licenses is right. So it's this other thing that we've developed based on talking with people that are really efficient at doing this, that just gives you the ability to make sure that you're only buying licenses you actually need and you can stay organized with your team. So anything else in that world that you feel like really kind of stands alone as something that makes InsureTrek feel really, really different compared to other solutions out there?
I have two favorites. One is not having a specific number of seats to get started. Anybody can get started on InsureTrek, can sign up themselves, can go about using the platform to their best advantage by just turning on auto renewals, not really having to go come into the platform every single day. And I'm not really sure if every other product in the market would be comfortable to measure their success by checking how many people do not log in into their platform. But I think that's the metric that we try to keep in place, where anybody comes in, sets a profile once and says, I want InsureTrek to take responsibility to manage the licenses of all my producers across all these states and these license classes. And they don't really have to think about it twice, because it's the responsibility of InsureTrek platform to keep everybody in place, everybody updated, and everybody in compliance, right? Everybody wants to have a lot more monthly active users and daily active users, but then we kind of like are against the market, where we do not want people to log in every day to do this, because there is the system to go do it for you once you configure it the right way. The second part of it is the background questions. And it's one pain point that we have seen across different channels that all our customers have spoken about. Frustration, and because every state has complicated requirements, every state has to give the customer a little bit of pain to go understand the compliance involved in it. Not everything is available in one single place. NIPR is doing a decent job at curating all of that stuff, but then it's still painful to go fill all those background questions for every single license that a person applies through that. Simplifying that experience, giving a user a simple 6-question step to go complete, which internally tries to fill most of their like background questions if everything is as smooth as it's expected to be, saves a ton of time for people, and it's like a one-time experience for them to do it. And like anybody can get onto the platform, renew their license or get a new license in less than 5 minutes, right? And I think that's a key differentiator that I'm seeing in the product.
Yeah, I think on both of those things, for the background questions, so we've basically built out this like background question questionnaire It's 6 questions that a producer can go fill out in less than a minute. And for the normal circumstances, it means that they don't have to go answer their background questions. We can just do that for them. You still have access to all the background questions, so you know exactly how we're answering them for you, but it's something that helps this ops manager work with that producer to get their profile built out really, really quickly. And then I think the other thing, it's a thing that you and I at RB talk about a lot, is we get really annoyed with tools that you have to go sign a big contract, that you have to pay for a bunch of onboarding, and you've got all of these, like, it's just not how we want software to work. And it's not how the kind of customers that want to use InsureTrek want to work either. And so it's really been important to us from day one that InsureTrek works great if you have one producer on your team. If you've got hundreds of producers on your team, you're only paying for the people that are actually on your team at a given time. That's perfectly fine. You're paying for the size of InsureTrek that you're using. You're not committing to this long-term contract with a bunch of users. We're not asking for a bunch of cash up front. It's like you want software to work. You can go start using it without talking to anyone, but then we're here to help you out if you run into any issues, you know. Girdar, who leads our customer support team and customer success, he's a big selling point for a lot of people. People love working with Girdar because he just makes sure that your applications go through really, really smoothly. So.
How did InsureTech tackle the industry standard and the industry compliance requirement?